Say it in common. Say it in common.
Welcome back to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. I'm AJ Cannon, co-hosted.
Seth Templin here.
And Tyrel Merle.
That's right, all three of us back in action.
And boy, do we have some news.
We got our first sponsor! We are happy to announce that we're slightly partnered up with Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull RPG offers monthly 3D printable miniatures complete with 5e stats, digital illustrations, and item drop cards. Everything you need for fully realized NPC encounters. Tiger Skull RPG is creating true print and play collectibles so you can hop right into your RPG with the latest figure. You can check it out at tigerskullrpg.com or patreon.com/tigerskullrpg, where you can get started for as low as $1 a month. And we've been looking at this stuff.
It's awesome. It's
so
sick.
good. Such good
And
quality.
what I really like about it is this guy is just getting started, just like us, and we're getting in there. Hopefully, we'll send a few people his way. Maybe he can send a few people our way. But it's going to be interesting growing with this guy.
Yes, and
so go check him out.
It's really good.
It's really good stuff. I've got some copies here. We've printed out some stuff already, and I can't wait to see what he comes up in the future. It's just I'm probably going to put this in our next game. I was needing some kind of a fight because we didn't fight in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that would be episode 6.
Yeah,
we're talking about
6.
episode 4.
That's true.
So episode 7, look forward to some Tiger Skull RPG.
I'm excited.
Action.
Yeah, can't wait to use some of his other stuff. I'm hopefully his next month is about to come out, and hopefully it's not very high level. But as the way things are going, I think he's probably going to ramp it up again.
It's possible. I don't know.
I can't wait to put it into the game, implement it in, and go check it out. Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull RPG. So just for a little more detail. So each month there's a new character or a new encounter is released.
Yeah.
So as a DM, I mean, you could fit these things into anything. Yeah. It's just some inspiration.
And then it gives you some nifty items that not even has anything to do with the encounter itself, but you can drop in these items wherever they want.
Just loot drops.
Sweet printables that just come out as a card. You can just print it off and hand it to your players, and it just tells exactly what the item does. Gives a great description, and the art is amazing. I don't know if he's doing his own art, but whoever's doing it is talented.
Super good. And then the prints are good too. So you get, it's for FDM and resin style printers, so you get an STL file, so you can print those on your home 3D printer, which fires me up because I love 3D printing. Yeah. We do a little bit of that here at the Commoners. But if you're a hero level patron, you'll receive the character in the STL format, and you get exclusive posts on the Tiger Skull Patreon, where I've seen that he posts some printing tips and just some things like that. And then if you pledge to the legendary tier, you'll receive the STL file and all of the RPG material at the highest resolution. So you get the digital illustrations, the character attributes and stat block page, the loot drop cards, and also the exclusive content on Patreon. So super cool, creative stuff.
The miniature that we printed off already is holding a book, and the pages on the book are kind of flowing off the page. Yeah. It looks amazing.
It's crazy detailed. And it was super easy to print, too. I didn't have a problem. Tyrel, you saying something?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were wanting to say something. But, yeah, I printed it today, and, I mean, the supports were easy to get off. I mean, it's a great character.
That's all you can hope for.
Great print. That's all you can hope for. Anywho, moving on to...
Check them out, Tiger Skull RPG.
TigerSkullRPG.com.
Tiger Skull RPG! First sponsor! We're in it, guys. We're big time. We're here.
I guess we are big time now.
Oh, when AJ first texted me telling me that we had a potential sponsor, I just flipped out. We were it was awesome. Just, this is everything that we could hope for. We did not expect to get someone who'd be interested in putting their name attached to ours. So, I mean, We appreciate it, Tiger Skull RPG.
That's right.
We believe in you just like you believe in us.
Hopefully we can get him some
Yeah, go check him out.
some stuff.
And it's as cheap as $1 a month. Not,
Yeah, I can't remember what you get at the $1 level. It's not very. It's not like the hero or the legendary,
right.
obviously.
One of the more expensive was $15, and then you can print it off and sell it as if you had created it almost. Yeah. Like, it's not bad. He's got some very manageable.
Yeah, so if you've got a super good printer or you're like a really good painter, you could totally do the $15 and make a lot of money because you could.
AJ's probably going to abandon the game and he's just going to start selling.
No, I've got so much stuff that needs
miniatures.
printed and painted, and I haven't done it. I hate painting.
You do such a good job.
Well, I like it, but I get sick of it at the same time.
All right, we're on to session 4, right?
Yeah, moving into our keeping it common.
Session 4 was a fun one, probably the most fun that I've had.
Most combat we'd had so far.
Very big combat, yep. Took about the entire game.
Yeah, it was probably half of it was combat. So, Capra Demon. Where did you find that?
I just was stumbled upon it looking on Pinterest. I didn't know. Apparently, this Capra Demon is actually from one of the
Dark
Souls games. I didn't know that. I'm not a Dark Souls fan, but I found
it's a Dark Souls monster.
It's actually a creature from Dark Souls 1.
So I found this just a really sweet little thing on Pinterest. Check out Pinterest if you want to look for some sweet items and stuff, or some sweet people to throw in your game to fight your players. Pinterest has a lot of really interesting ideas. I found some art and it gave a stat block for him. I created my own though. I went on to Hero Forge and just built something that I thought looked pretty similar. Like, it came out pretty cool. It had no face, but it had like cow horns. Yeah, and he was super tall. Like, he was twice as tall as our tallest miniature, and he was super thin, and I loved that.
Yeah, it was so pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of that on our Instagram page I posted last week. You can go see our prints and paint job and what our combat looked like. Tell us about the. You had some interesting combat.
Yep, I knew that this was going to be. I don't think it seemed that dangerous to y'all at the time, but I wanted it to seem like it. And I don't like throwing a lot of things. Sometimes you want to just have one main bad guy, but the problem with having like 5 players and only one bad guy is you're going to vastly outdamage him every turn,
right?
By like 5-1 every turn. But I also found this on Pinterest, and it was a way of turning any one thing into a solo boss, and something that shouldn't be. Like, you could turn just a normal bear into a bigger threat by giving it this different template, and you increase the monster's HP instead of rolling for it or just taking the average. You take it to the absolute highest that it could possibly be, and that just makes your players have to fight it a lot longer than they would normally have to. But to keep them a little bit safer, you decrease the monster's damage die a whole die down. So, like, I think the Capra Demon on Pinterest was supposed to be doing D6s with his machetes.
So it would have been 2d6.
It was 2d6 per swing, and I gave it 2d4. And then, let's see. It also got to act 4 times around. I didn't roll for it. It goes on step 15, 10, 5, and 0. And it can do a full turn on 2 of those and a half turn, which is like an attack or something. But it could move around twice a turn. And that was awesome. It was fun. I think the first, in the thing, he was like, so what did he roll? Let me write it on our little board. It's like, he'll find out.
Yeah, he'll find out when I get there. And it's every dang other turn. Or twice in a row or whatever it was.
Yep.
It was endless. I was a little scared. I thought he had legendary actions or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, y'all were too low level to have legendary actions yet, but it definitely made it interesting. I don't know if I'll ever do it again, because once you get up there and you do have stuff that has legendary actions, you don't really have to do this. This is just a nice way of making low tier level stuff a little bit more meaty and a little bit scarier for players.
Yeah.
Well, it's also in that fight that I figured out that shield is one of the best lower level.
Oh yeah, shield's
spells.
awesome.
Oh, shield. Yeah, high levels.
Oh,
whenever. Shield is always useful.
Shield is
Plus
amazing.
5 to your AC anytime.
Yeah.
After you see if
As a
something
reaction.
hits,
Yeah, as a reaction.
Yeah,
Great.
so-
You're just now finding out that's a good spell?
I never used it before.
Oh man, no, shield's awesome.
Hey, turn your mic a little bit more toward you there.
Oh, I must have knocked it. Sorry.
There you go. It was probably fine anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about Thren going down early.
Yeah.
Always. Oh man, I thought we'd probably kill him.
It's just Tyrel all the time.
Tyrell does it every game or every campaign that we try.
He likes to take the magical characters into the abyss.
Yep.
Well,
What was the play there, Tyrell? Do you remember the play?
I remember
got
I ran
hurt
up.
with one of the demon dogs took you to the ground,
Yeah, and then
and you took
did
some
he
damage.
hit me with a machete? Is that what it was?
Maybe I think.
Yeah.
So.
I think so.
He hit you
Because I
one
remember
time.
it was him that knocked me down,
Yeah.
unconscious. And was it Rask that got a
Rask.
Kyle brought you.
Yeah,
brought you back
somebody
up.
did.
I think
did.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I took a few people down, didn't I?
Rask. No, Buck went down.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Did
Buck
the
and-
last
and Thren went
explosion take some people down too?
down. That might have been what knocked Buck
Maybe.
down. I think it was. But so Thren, he gets what you had like 14 hit points total.
Yeah. I mean,
total
that's
hit points 14.
Wizard for you right there in a nutshell. I mean, they're
You
glass
thought, you know what?
cannons.
Let's just go up and slap him in the mouth.
So the dog took him to the ground, did like 6 damage. Okay, so now he's got 8 hit points. Well, then he runs in there with his blade to do damage to the Capra Demon, and the dude hits him one time, and he says, "I'm down." And Seth says, "You're down?"
In my defense, for a wizard, that particular wizard, when you're using Blade Singer, when you're using that ability, it gives you, with my armor class, it's like 18.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a fairly high armor class, especially for a wizard.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect him to be able to hit me that quick. I was thinking I could get in there and maybe get a few hits in, and then
Rolls happen, man.
Yeah.
like I forgot that I had even taken shield at that time, and I was like looking through my spells. I was like, "What have I got? What have I got?" And I looked. I was like, "Oh, okay." And as soon as I got back up, you hit me again with another attack. I remember.
Yeah.
I try to play things like I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but I try to play like if
Well, I mean, I was the closest.
yeah.
to
if you're
that.
closest or you're the one that's attacking at that moment,
yeah,
probably.
or
would
if
be.
he knows that you're weak and he
Yeah.
wants to get you out, like I
Yeah.
try to make them as human as
realistic.
intelligent as my players, because the players will sometimes veer off and attack the weaker one just to get a number down, and so
Sure.
I think that can be flipped around on you, and that's fair.
Right. I agree. So you're playing. What is your wizard?
It's a Blade Singer.
A blade singer. So
Yeah.
what all does that mean?
Well, traditionally, according to I think it's Sword Coast Adventures Guide, this supposed to be originally it's just an elven traditional subclass for the wizard,
Okay.
and they're supposed to be like really skilled in either. They have like a bunch of different fighting styles according to the book, but like one of the main ones was just sword and spell,
Okay.
which I'm not exactly sure how that really works into your world setting, but like. I mean, as far as the tradition
Yeah.
of the Blade Singer goes, I don't know, but I just thought it was a really cool for a wizard. It's different,
Yeah.
And it at later levels, it looks like it's going to be pretty powerful. I think
So blade
survive that
song.
long.
if I survive that long.
Yeah. So basically, the point is to activate the blade song. Then your AC gets high enough that you don't have to worry about your hit points. Hopefully.
It's +4 to your AC. You have advantage on acrobatics checks. You have
Oh, so that's why you do the acrobatic work,
yes,
which is sick.
It paints a great story.
So sick. Yeah, it's cool.
I think it's like your intelligence modifier plus your Constitution saving throw or something like that. Because like it to like maintain concentration.
Oh,
It's concentration.
you've got all of
that's
that
what it
right
is.
now. You have all of
Yeah,
that.
it adds all
that's
that, and
really
it
good
adds
stuff.
It adds 10 feet to your movement as well.
That's great stuff.
But it only lasts for a minute.
wizard.
Yeah,
Oh, it only lasts a minute.
It
Well, I
only
mean
lasts
that's a
minute.
long time.
That
in
is a
combat.
long time to combat, though. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that's a rage, right? Is a rage a minute?
believe so.
Rage usually ends faster though, because if you don't attack something,
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
But
but
does it
most-
only last a minute, or is it just as long as you're getting?
if you
hit
don't have
and
the
attacking?
special, like one of the frenzy one, I think, makes it last as long. You can just be raged
As long as you're
constantly,
attacking
like
or
level
being
14 or
attacked.
something.
Isn't it?
I think you can stay raged even
Oh.
in between contact
Wow.
or combat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just the normal rage.
I know 6
I mean,
seconds without an attack or
Yeah.
or taking damage, and you
Right.
lose it. So I didn't know if it would keep going past
I think
a minute or not.
No,
Okay.
I think a minute's it. And then you guys met Delilah.
Old Delilah.
Old Delilah.
She's a little bit mysterious.
But again, none of you thought to roll insights on her, and that was so funny because, like, it bothered Kyle. This is a second game playing, and he's just like, I don't believe her. This is after the game. He's like, I don't believe her. What am I supposed to do? Like, and I was like, y'all can I roll insight? And I think I texted y'all, like, just so y'all know, y'all are allowed to ask for insight checks.
we
every
always
once in a while.
forget insight
and they
checks.
always, they.
I didn't think anything could have been suspicious about her, which we still don't know if anything's
No.
suspicious about her.
Well, a few of you thought so, though.
Did we go back?
You made it back to the town, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
We took her to Millicent,
Yeah.
but we didn't.
We
We never
ended the
got
ga-
a chance to talk to her.
Yeah. Millicent wanted
And
to
then Millicent's
minister
acting all
to her.
shady too. Oh, you can't come talk to
Well,
her.
this is a young teenage girl that's like on death's door, and she's trying to heal her.
Yeah, well-
Again, y'all's hatred for Millicent just trying to take care of
that may be
people.
at the start of 5. That may be the next game. We tried to
Maybe.
go say bye to them.
I think so. The
I think
party,
so.
the party is on.
On your Polk Command soundbar to connect to your Wi-Fi network.
Not sponsored by Polk.
Wouldn't claim them if we were.
It just we're nothing.
It does that in
sitting
the
here.
middle of D&D.
Yeah, it's crazy. None of us were messing with it. It just decided it was her turn to talk.
I can't remember what episode that happens in. It's really funny when it happens. Though. We all just sit completely still for a second, and then we just go right back to playing.
Just learn to live with it.
Anywho,
So, the coin. That,
coin.
oh yeah, we found a divination.
Yeah.
coin.
Yep.
Um,
I ain't giving away game stuff, but if you want to talk about it, you can. I
Well,
ain't
yeah, I
gonna
know.
tell you
but
what
like,
it is.
Yeah, you're not gonna tell. I mean, there's.
well, I
not
mean,
that
I
much
just
to
thought it was
say.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's an old coin.
What do you think it is? I know you have an idea. I know you have an idea.
I don't know. It being divination magic on it. I don't know for sure. I don't.
Come on, if gun to your head, what do you think it is?
I don't know. Is it some kind of lucky
I was gonna say, is it just a
coin?
lucky
of some
coin?
sort?
Maybe
Just get an advantage on something.
you'll find
Get
out.
a
I guess.
reroll.
Who's holding it?
Anthony is.
Anthony's
currently.
holding it.
Oh yeah, because she
Buck's
gave it to
character-
him.
The character.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would we not like Delilah? She gave Anthony or gave Buck a.
Y'all
thing.
just talked in the chat afterwards that she was suspicious, that she was the bad guy.
Could be. She
don't
didn't
know.
seem like it at the time.
No, y'all saved her,
And
she
the
was-
thing, even when we think something is suspicious, I always have to check and think. Well, would Quincy think that's suspicious?
Right.
Like we don't know anything. We're too innocent.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah,
We believe everything.
it's
that
really
we hear.
hard to break up your character mind and your
Yeah,
own personal mind and not be meta.
but Rask, he's always suspicious of everything.
Rask is suspicious of everything.
Which we don't know why. Maybe that's something in his background.
I figure that's just Kyle coming through.
I think it is, but that's okay because it works into the character.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because I mean, aren't the Inkling kind of being hunted by the
Empire.
Yeah,
Kinda.
kinda.
Yeah, I mean they're not liked.
No, they're definitely hiding.
They're like
They're living in secrecy.
anti-government or something. We don't know for sure.
I don't know. Y'all haven't really met them yet.
We will. I guess we'll have to choose the
One of
side.
these days.
Um,
What do y'all feel about the world? What do y'all think? Like, y'all haven't really asked much about the politics of things.
Yeah, well, we haven't really experienced that much yet. We're starting to because now we're in Derry now.
Yeah, well, not in the game.
Not in. Yeah, right. I'm trying not to say too much.
Yeah.
So episode 4, I mean, we've just gone, 2 days down the
The
road.
policing system has failed you guys, and is the
Yes,
biggest.
that's
The
one.
Silent Brother.
The
that's what I was
Black
trying to
Cloaks are not. They're corrupt.
Yeah.
I mean, and it seems to me like that the Duke is corrupt too. I mean, he exiled his own son for standing up against his
Duke Hornbeam.
what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So
And y'all have not met the other two dukes, and Duchess actually. Dukes.
Yeah.
Duke and Duchess.
Well, apparently, Duke Jike is also.
is he a prick?
I guess so. Apparently, or at least from what
You don't know much about Duke Jack. Your background.
Yeah.
He's just kind of he's using the land. He's very scientific. He wants to. He's someone. I think you said he was kind of like Sauron, or Sauron.
Oh no, I
Sauron.
or did I say that?
He's
don't know.
using
Anyway.
resources of the land and just like he's not too worried about.
Oh yeah, I think we
Yeah,
talked
it's-
about that on the
Killing
the second episode of this or something.
Maybe.
And I was asking you about the dying lands, and you were kind of explaining what it was like, and you
Yeah.
said that he was kind of having no regard for the resources. And I said,
Right.
"Oh, so he's Saruman," and you said, "Yeah, very much like that."
But he might not be evil. He's just using the
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
taking advantage of it.
Yeah. He's going to be fun because I think the game will get away from more. It'll go in a much more steampunk fashion.
Oh,
When we
Really?
yeah.
The dying lands are steampunk.
He's kind
area.
of steampunky. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Because he I'll just tell you this, that he does not use magic himself. Like
so he's like an alchemist or something.
maybe and he is a true scientist.
Okay,
And I
gotcha.
think that's going to be very interesting when you guys meet him.
Trying to think of anything else about.
If y'all ever go there, I don't know if y'all ever go there.
We could. I'm sure we'll end up there
Maybe.
if we don't all die.
It's a pretty small world I've created. We were talking about Taldore, Matt's Taldore, and he's put a whole second campaign on a whole different continent. And
Yeah. Well, you could do that.
I don't even know if I have other continents. This might be the whole world. I don't know. Not
This could just
played
be
around with it yet.
This could just be like an island or something.
Maybe.
or you could just add on to it, and make a supercontinent.
Or I could destroy the whole thing.
You sure could. I was trying to think of each player to think of something that happened to each person, but there. I mean, we
Buck
did
is
combat.
disenchanted from the heroes.
Yeah, he's real ticked about the hero thing in the.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he really has a problem with any government kind of deal. Cameron is not too happy about his father, but he might just think that that's a one case kind of thing. His
Yeah.
dad's a prick.
We're true heroes now, though.
I would say you guys are becoming true heroes.
I
Y'all
mean,
saved
we
a
came
girl.
and saved the
Yeah.
girl in the town,
You saved the town.
and Buck still didn't want to be called a hero.
Yeah. Now, at the end of this one, you guys waited up, right, for the midnight fight. I think so.
We were. Yes, we did. Yeah, yeah. Because the last thing was
And
roaring,
nothing
saying
happened.
that there was a. Tomorrow we raise a drink to the heroes of Juniper Grove. That was the end of the episode.
Yeah. And Anthony's just scowling
Yeah.
at me. That was fun.
Oh, Quincy got a spear.
Yeah.
That happened.
Trying some new stuff.
Yeah,
A shortened spear.
yeah. A shortened spear. He had to have it crafted to
Yeah.
him. But that's super cool. I've never thought about using a spear. I was wondering what weapon I was going to use.
There's some good feats for it. You should check the feats out for
I will definitely check
ranged weapons.
spear feats out.
I've always wanted to see someone use 2 spears.
Like dual wielding?
Dual wielding spears. It would take a lot of feats to make it work, but I wonder if it'd be cool. You'd have insane reach.
I thought about, was it polearm mastery?
Yeah,
Is that
it'd be
what
polearm mastery is the one that you'd have to have for spear if you wanted it.
Okay.
But you can
May
stop
check that
people. No? Can you stop people from? I know you can use your bonus action to beat them with the blunt.
Yeah, the
end,
blunt end.
But that won't stop them.
That's pole master
Polearm mastery, yeah.
or pole arm master.
You mix that with sentinel, and
Yeah.
that's when you can stop people.
I was thinking
from
about that
walking
because
around.
I'm probably going to be looking for a feat at level 4 instead of ASI. So I was thinking, well, now I've got a spear, but today I was thinking, what if I could just go like crazy with the spear, just do all kinds of work with it instead of just stabbing with it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can hit them with the blunt end and stuff,
it does something with the bonus action. Yeah.
because I was thinking today, I was like, I may, after watching Thren with all of his cool moves and stuff, me and him might have to have some like one-on-one time, him kind of training me how to fight.
I am totally down for y'all to start pulling each other away and stuff. Like,
It's about to start happening. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Me and Thren have some oats to plow.
yeah.
Just so you know, Tyrel.
Okay.
Get ready for those.
Quincy is
conversations.
coming for you.
You're the only person who does magic.
Yeah, you're the only person that does magic.
Cameron's a warlock.
That's true.
He does a little magic, but
Quincy
Thren,
is.
I'm starstruck by Thren.
Yeah.
He's like my idol.
However, for a warlock, his character is definitely more melee based.
Every one of y'all is melee. I mean, for a wizard, you're melee based.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I can still do all the stuff that a normal wizard
Right.
can do. Though, like he can still do most of the stuff that like other warlocks can do.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like Hexblade is more limited to melee
Yeah,
based.
pretty much.
so.
Yeah, none of us
'Cause,
are
like,
ranged.
Well, he's got Eldritch Blast.
He does have
He can Eldritch
and
Blast.
you have Firebolt.
I have Firebolt and several
out.
other things, but
Since we're magical, we have options. But
Yeah.
yeah, none of us are using a bow or anything,
Nope.
and probably won't.
I honestly thought about creating when I first did this character. I thought about going with like a arcane archer with that elf. I
I
thought that'd
love
be kind
that.
of cool.
I
But
love Arcane Archer.
I've heard so many people say that arcane archer is not that good.
You just have to play it. I've always heard Rangers are not good, and I just always have this dream of playing Rangers.
It seems like
Rangers
Rangers
are
are
cool. I
really
love
cool
Rangers.
though.
Yeah.
Like they're like a necessity to the game.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like they can do so much stuff. You know, like with finding hidden paths in the forest
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. You know, being able to go through.
I would say you
Difficult
you
terrain.
guys have not created the like typical,
Party.
quote unquote typical
Oh,
party.
definitely not. No.
No,
You don't have a rogue.
we don't have a healer.
Don't have a healer.
Don't have a healer and
Don't,
don't
have
have a rogue.
range. Don't have a cleric yet. At this point, maybe someone will go cleric. No,
We'll work those things in. When you just got we got 5 now because we have Kyle.
I guess you're the most rangy because you're throwing your spears and stuff
yeah
a
I
little
can,
bit.
yeah I can
So,
throw a little bit. Yeah, and I'm without magic right now, and I always want to play magical
Yeah,
characters.
that's weird.
So
I mean, the first
it
time
is
you ever
strange.
played, you was like, "I'm playing a bard." Oh my god, that's the hardest. Like, you won't even like the game because it's so hard to play a bard.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
but I mean, if
enjoy
you start
playing
off with the
bard.
hardest, I mean, you get going, you'll be good forever.
Yeah, I mean,
The two classes to me that seem like they would be the most like confusing to play is Druid
yeah.
and the Artificer. The Artificer class, oh my god, that
Yeah.
class has so much to it.
Yeah.
So much stuff you can do with that
I've
class.
never been attracted to Druid at all.
I tried an artificer in the in Cameron's.
That was back when it was
We played
Artificer.
only one game, I think. We
Yeah.
didn't keep going with it, but I wasn't. It was low level though, so I can't really.
At,
say.
at late levels, you can do so much with that class. Oh my gosh. There's
I think
a lot
Sam
to it.
enjoyed his when he made his artificer.
Yeah, I noticed in not to get off on Critical Role, but there was one of their episodes they did like a one shot kind of thing. It was like supposed to be taking place like several years later.
I've not listened to that one. Yeah.
Anyway, they took the new Artificer and implemented
Did
it
they?
into his classes, Tyrion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, any more questions about our session 4?
I had something I forgot. I lost it. I don't remember what it was. It was just something. It was something D&D. It wasn't just. I don't remember. I don't know. It was.
We
it
can
was.
come back to it if you remember, I guess.
Yeah, it was just something cool D&D wise. It wasn't just about the campaign. Anywho,
We'll be at three things later, and you'll be like,
yeah,
aha!
I'm sure I will.
The aha moment.
All right, we want to go into the movie minute.
Movie minute. Yeah, we watched a movie last week.
We watched one after we
Apparently,
recorded.
AJ's been watching a lot of movies lately.
Yeah, I watched a few movies, but the one we all three watched, 1917.
Freaking amazing.
Great movie.
Gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Really was. And the coolest thing, if Tyrel hadn't told us before it started, he said, "Isn't this supposed to all be filmed like it was one shot?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." We watched it, and we were watching it to
Yeah.
make sure that it was.
And we found like a few easy camera breaks for sure.
Yeah, where it just went dark
but
or something.
for the most part, they did a fantastic job.
It had to have been some long takes.
Yeah.
I mean, the first probably 15 minutes of the movie, there's not a good spot
I would
to
say
cut.
like they really did. Like from them getting up from that tree and then going and talking to that officer and just running across the field, I figure they did that in one take.
I think they
Like,
would have had to.
I
Gosh,
think
that would be
if
tough.
you make that decision as a director to do that, I think you're going to try to make as long of takes
Yes.
as possible and like pride yourself on, we filmed for 15 minutes
Yeah.
straight without calling stop. And that's awesome.
I know it's. I mean, with music, it's tough to do because sometimes I get prideful like that. Like I'll be recording a guitar track, and you can go back and you can just record little parts at a time, and I'll just be like, no, I want it as close as I can get it. And
Yeah.
if I had to go back and fix one thing or something, that's okay. But I'll play the whole thing over and over trying to get it right just because I'm prideful.
Right.
I want to say I did that in one take.
Yeah.
So for them to be able to do that and put it out as a I mean, that's like an indie thing to do,
Yeah.
and this is a big time blockbuster film.
Yeah.
So
it was a great decision by him. They killed who I thought was going to be the main character. Like
Spoilers.
I thought. Well, it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally thought that this character was going to be the main character, and then nope, he's gone. And This
Yeah.
other guy's what we got. It's very surprising. Great acting. Like definitely
Yeah.
a 4.5 star.
is that what you give it a 4.5?
Yeah, I don't know like why I'm saying it's not perfect, but
Well, nothing's perfect.
right.
I'll give it a
very good.
I'll give it a solid 4. I mean, like I like war movies. It wasn't my favorite war movie,
Yeah,
but it was also. Did it ever say that it was based on a true story?
I looked it up.
Surely
and
it would be.
I looked it up, and it's based on tellings of a guy.
Okay, so
Like,
it's a tall tale. It's a legend.
Yeah,
Could be true, could not be.
yeah.
Well, even
Probably
with that,
has some facts that are true, but it's probably multiple people's stories kind of combined into
Yeah.
one. Probably.
But I mean, with that in mind, like that makes me respect it more.
Mm-hmm.
Like that it could possibly be true. But at the same time, like it wasn't. I don't know. It was a good story, but it wasn't. It didn't have like a happy ending or like a.
It was very realistic in that.
Yeah,
manner.
it was just
Yeah.
like a. This is
It
what
seemed
happened.
real.
Yeah,
It seemed real.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was
Really great movie. One of the best movies I've watched in a long time.
yeah.
But you've watched a couple other movies that I've seen. I don't think Tyrel's seen, but we already have a disagreement on one of them. I know.
Yeah, Toy Story 4,
The best Toy Story movie ever made.
and yeah, it was on the podcast.
Maybe not. I love Toy Story 2.
It was on the podcast. It wasn't when we were talking about Toy Story 4, and Seth was gearing me all up for some big sad thing. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I just said they can't ever have another one.
They could easily.
Yeah.
They'll make another one. I guarantee it.
I don't know.
I mean, what are the odds that Woody goes and finds Bo somewhere? You know?
That's true. Like they just completely. Did you even notice that in Toy Story 3 that they just cut out Bo Peep?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, so they like actually had to go back in 4 and tell why Bo Peep is missing from.
That's
all
true.
3.
They already had the 4th one in mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, they just no. I don't think they had 4.
You just don't think they put her in
No,
there?
I think they just
did not even thinking about
rewrote
it. or
it.
something?
Yeah.
Well, she is in a different room because she's with the daughter instead of Andy now.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, yeah, that's
Huh?
weird.
No, did you not
Has
watch
she
4?
always been in Molly's room?
She was in Molly's, then she got sold.
No, I saw.
before-
Yeah, I saw that. But I'm saying, like, for the third movie, like, why was she always in Andy's room in the first and second movie?
It was given to Molly.
Okay, so she was given away to Molly. So it makes sense in the
Yeah.
third movie why she wasn't there because she was in a different room. And then
No, she was sold by the third movie. Before the third movie takes place, she was sold.
Okay,
They
but
tell that in the
but if
second.
they didn't already have that in mind, they wouldn't have.
I think they just cut the character.
Well, yeah, because they weren't even at Andy's house the
Right.
whole movie anyway. In the
Right.
third one. Yeah, I guess that's.
And I mean, they could have had it that far apart. I don't think so though. I think really 3 was supposed to be the end, and I didn't like 3. I personally did not like 3 at
Oh,
all.
it was so good.
I didn't
Hits
like
you
it.
right in the heartstrings.
Nah. 4 was a lot sadder to me than 3.
It wasn't bad to me
It
at
was
all.
just like it was losing friends. Like it was the crazy thing about Toy Story. And I talked to Kendall Mayfield about this. Like she thinks that I always thought those movies kind of grew up with me. She's a little bit older and said that she thinks it's more her.
I thought it was me.
Well, there you go.
I was
You're gonna be me.
3 when I saw the first
Yeah.
one.
So, but every one of them, like I guess she was right at the age of Andy in the first movie, and in the second one when it came out, she was right at that same age. At the third one, she was just going off to college and stuff. So,
Okay.
in this one, it's instead of Andy being like who the kids are, it's kind of like to me the toys are now who relates to the kids because I'm not a kid anymore, and you lose friends, you grow separate, you go your different ways. Like,
Yeah.
And Woody leaves the group. He
Yeah.
runs off with Bo and doesn't
Got
go
to
back
kind
to
of make their own
the
decisions.
new little girl. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
great movie.
they-
Like that doll was so freaking creepy.
I know. It's like get out of there the whole time. That's what
Yeah,
I was
great
thinking.
movie.
Ventriloquist dummies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hated that doll. My mom was like, "No, they're gonna make her good. She's gonna be."
Not really.
I mean, her backstory's pretty tragic, and she had good intentions. Yeah, she just wanted
Great
to be
villain, wasn't it? Great villain.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't evil for the sake of being evil. She had a reason for everything
Yeah.
she did. Like yeah, Great villain.
And they made it super creepy, which is funny.
And then you watched Aladdin.
I watched Aladdin.
Live action
I
Aladdin.
watched a large portion of it.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Wi-Fi went out. I'm not a musical fan. I
That's
wasn't
weird.
realizing that
I'm
it was going to be a
surprised.
musical.
I did not. You didn't know that Aladdin was a musical?
No, I don't remember watching the cartoon when I was young. I mean, that was like the stuff that my sister watched. I wasn't big. I mean, I was probably too young at the time, and those were like the princess movies, you know, the old cartoon stuff. Snow White. Is Jasmine a Disney princess?
She is a Disney princess, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really watch Snow White, Cinderella, that kind of stuff.
But it's not about her, though. It's about Aladdin.
Yeah,
This is not a princess
yeah,
movie.
I know, but I just still she was into those and I wasn't. So, I don't know I've ever even seen.
Did you like Will Smith?
Yes, I think Will Smith makes the movie.
I think Will Smith was probably the best part of this movie, and I think that's the part that people have hated a lot. Imagine being Will Smith and trying to make this movie with Robin Williams' death not being like 5 years.
Is it that short ago?
It's not been that long, was it?
I forgot he was the genie.
Yeah. He was the genie in the first Aladdin. So you have to do this in a way that people are going to like your genie, but you're not trying to steal Robin Williams' thunder because he's dead.
Kind of got to do it your own way.
You have to do it your own way, but also you can't go completely off script and be something that people don't expect. And I think he killed it. Not the best singer of the group, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Not the best. They get a little bit woke, which I didn't really like too much of the woke.
Well,
yeah.
I haven't watched the whole thing, so I don't know.
I get woke, go broke, but
well, the thing about musicals, I don't know. I like music a lot. And I like watching like a play that's if I go watch a Broadway show that's a musical, I enjoy that. But watching it on a movie, I'm not.
I love musicals. Like me and Cynthia almost watched The Greatest Showman again the other night because
That's a musical?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh! Have you seen the Ballad of is it the Ballad of Sweeney Todd?
Yeah,
I don't know what's the ballad.
Sweeney?
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd?
The demon on
The demon of
Fleet Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demon Barber
you seen
on
that?
Fleet Street.
No.
That's a great movie. Johnny Depp, and it's a musical.
Helena Bonham
I don't like
Carter.
musicals.
That's weird. See, I grew up with like Aladdin and Lion King and all that, so I've always had music. In my
I mean, I
movies,
have too, but like Toy Story, that was one of the first
Toy
movies
Story
I was
was-
really into. It's not a musical.
Not a musical.
So it just wasn't really what I was used to. I've never.
See, I'm not
it's
excited about
annoying.
Mulan. I don't think Mulan's gonna be a musical. And
Is Mulan
Maybe it is
was
good.
the first time Mulan a musical?
yes, they're singing and all. Yeah,
I did not watch those.
you didn't watch Mulan?
I watched it when I was super little. My sister watched it. I was there. Mulan, Cinderella, Snow White, Little Mermaid.
Mulan does not it is not Cinderella and Snow White. Like
It's
Mulan
it's the original, the original cartoon Disney movies. I'm not that familiar with.
I wouldn't say Mulan's original. It
No.
was made in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Like
I just
Snow
wasn't-
White was
just
in
wasn't
the
into
40s
it.
or the 60s or something.
It was about a girl.
I've watched it once.
Mulan?
Yeah, I've only watched it once.
Pocahontas,
I think Lion King. I don't know how many
Also
times
a
I've seen
musical.
that.
Spirit,
as a
Okay,
kid.
that's- I
the
don't
Wild
think- I don't
Horse.
think
I've seen
Spirit
that more
was-
than any of the other ones.
Oh my god, I hate that movie. My sister used to play that on repeat.
That's a pretty good movie.
Ugh. I
Of
don't
course
think
it's
that's
good. It's a
Disney though, is
movie.
it?
Yeah, it's Disney.
Is it?
movie. Yeah.
Oh. Not a fan of Spirit.
But Aladdin, I liked it. I can put up with the music if the story's good and the movie's good.
I wasn't impressed with the guy who played Aladdin. He took a back seat. Like, he should be the main character. It's Aladdin. But I think Jasmine stole the show and Will Smith stole the show for sure.
I appreciate how he looks.
Did you like the new Lion King? The live
Yes.
action Lion King, which wasn't even live action. It was completely CGI.
Yeah,
it was
but
just
so
as much
good.
of a cartoon as the original.
Yeah, but so good, so well done.
See, I like the original better.
I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I just-
They
Yeah,
also
good
got
thing.
woke on that. How do you get woke with Lion King?
What about the people getting mad about Scar not being?
Scar looked great.
I thought he looked perfect.
I thought he
he's supposed to be a mangy
he's-
old, road hard, put up wet kind of guy.
malnourished because he's living away from the pride. He's having to take care of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked freaking.
And they made him
great.
look all majestic in
Well,
the original one.
That was the thing. He wasn't attractive enough.
Yeah.
I guess they think gay men should be attractive because they
No,
wanted him to be
he
gay.
was supposed to be gay.
Yeah, Scar was supposed to be gay.
In the first one, he was.
There's this. I guess he does limp paw or something when talking to Mufasa once.
Well, that just kind of seems like.
Well, there is one little point I would like to make is they made a sequel to
Yeah,
Lion King,
and he
and
had
he
a
has a
son.
son.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know if people consider
Oh,
that canon very
okay.
much or not, though.
Well, I was gonna say just because you do that, I mean that's like
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
you
don't
call
know.
that.
I don't know.
Sexist or something.
I don't know. People just wanted Scar to be gay. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
You know, woke.
yeah,
Woke.
you gotta have a gay one in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one last thing about Aladdin is that I did appreciate how he looks like an assassin from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Always parkour at the beginning of the movie.
Parkour was really good. They did a good job.
It
on
was,
it.
yeah. I thought the chase scene was really good.
I think a lot of people had problems with the CGI on Will Smith's when he was more in genie form. Didn't really like that very much.
Yeah. I mean, how do you make a man blue and
Yeah.
doing all that crazy stuff without doing some CGI?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Movie
trying-
minute.
I don't think I've watched any of the movies.
Several
besides-
movie minute. Or several minute movie break.
I like talking about movies. I watch so many movies.
You playing anything different or are you still playing Persona?
I'm still playing Persona. I was playing it when y'all came in. We've been really busy, so we haven't been able to get away. But I have my PS3 now. I have the Mass Effects. I'm just waiting to finish Persona so that I can. And I'm on a new part of Persona. I've never played the part that I'm on. It's the new part.
Oh,
for
you've
the-
gotten farther
yeah,
now.
I've gotten
Okay.
further.
Good
Don't
to
know what's
know.
going on.
Good to know the hundreds
Yeah.
of hours you put in has
Yeah, I'm at
now
122
paid off.
hours right now.
122 hours. Well, Tyrel, what about you? You playing anything on the console?
I am playing through Dark Souls 2 for the second time.
Just the second time?
I've never played that game through except once. Boo.
Not a fan of Dark Souls.
I love those games.
Yeah, we tied this in with something I love that you hate.
Did we? Okay.
What do you like about Dark Souls, Tyrell?
I like
Losing constantly and having to go back to the beginning to lose again.
You have died.
no, I like it's really challenging, and I love how Miyazaki, like the guy who created the games, instead of just like giving you and explaining the whole story of what's going on, you have to find items and like you read the items and stuff like that in game, and they have like the whole story of what's going on. It is insane. I love
I
that.
never read items.
Like the
love
books
that.
in Skyrim.
Yeah, I've never read the books.
Every
in
single
Skyrim.
item in that game has a story all of its own to tell.
I played the
It's
first
really
Shadow
cool.
of War, and you find a bunch of items, and they all have stories.
Takes
and I
too
think
long.
they might read them to you though, so I might have listened to them, but I don't.
Well,
I definitely
these are
didn't
just
read
you just read them, but like it's not like that though. I mean, like it's really really hard. That game definitely. I think out of all the Dark Souls series, I think 2 was probably the hardest. It's definitely the longest out of all. I mean, it has a huge storyline. The only thing I don't like about Dark Souls 2 is it was a mess. The guy who created that game, or the people that made that game, it wasn't actually created by Miyazaki. It was created by another group. So the story doesn't follow 1 exactly. It makes some references to 1, but it's not exactly the same as 1. It doesn't continue directly off of it. But then whenever they came back to Dark Souls 3, the original guy, Miyazaki, that had made the original game, pieced the 2 together the best he could to make 3. So that final DLC.
Will there be more Dark Souls?
He's, from what I've seen, he's said that like he's not really planning on working on one currently or anytime soon at all. However, they are making this new game called Elden Ring. And
Oh yeah, you were telling about that.
Yeah,
it did look good.
It is based kind of in a Norse setting kind of thing, and it's actually apparently like the lore and stuff behind it is actually being written by George R.R. Martin. So it looks like it's going to be pretty promising.
That's cool.
When's that come out?
I thought May this year, but
Oh well, that maybe.
Yeah.
it may be postponed for a while due to the COVID-19.
Yeah.
And it seems like everything should be getting back to normal. Like everyone's kind of going back to normal except businesses.
Yeah.
Went to McDonald's. We could get into our daily stories now, I guess, if we're done talking about video
Oh,
games.
yeah.
What are you playing? You still playing?
Yeah, I played Assassin's Creed a little bit. I'm still in the second game. I'm
Yeah.
pretty far in it, but I haven't been playing much.
What kind of weapon do you use in that game? What's your main go-to?
The hidden blade.
Oh,
I mean, I don't use it like all out combat most of the time.
I mean,
but-
like the one-handed weapon or two-handed weapon.
yeah, I've got the It's a really big sword.
Is it the one you can throw?
I don't know. I don't know how
You
to
can
throw
throw
it.
that one. You can I can't. Like it's RT. I think you like lock on, hold RT.
You can throw it?
You can pull it back and throw it, and you chuck it at an enemy. It's hilarious.
Well, I may have to try that. I've not seen that yet.
It's a giant claymore that you can throw, and it kills people in one hit.
So you slowed down playing. Are you getting bored with the?
No, not at all.
Oh,
The
okay.
second game is so much. There's so much more to it than the first game.
Yeah, definitely.
I can understand. Like the first game, had there been in a whole other section of it or something, I would have been like, "Oh my gosh, not again." But this one is like, it's I don't know. It's not walk around, gather evidence, and then go kill somebody. It's like working for different people and kind of trying to figure the story out.
Yeah, I think with
And you get a lot more cool gadgets and stuff.
with part 2, definitely they went into a lot more historical detail and stuff with that game than they did in.
There's a lot more stuff to find though, like just walk around, explore, and find stuff. And I'm not super into that, but I do a little bit of it. Anyway, anything else on the console?
Just what I'm ready to replay the Mass Effect games, and I'm gonna keep saying that until I friggin' finish Persona 5.
Which could
Royal.
be 2 years from now.
No, I'm getting close. But then I'll probably have to start over because I'm a achievement whore, and I've got to at least get far enough to get all the achievements. And I think one of them you have to go into New Game Plus. So
Oh no.
I don't know.
All right, well, common life then.
Oh man, I have quite a few stories.
Yeah, tell us about your dogs.
Okay. Well, got a new dog, and I have 6 dogs now, not by choice. Before I got married, I had 2 dogs, both outside dogs, big German Shepherds, love them, Ghost, because he whines and moans all the time, very apt name.
Yeah.
And then Harley Quinn, she's a female.
Oh, that's off Harley Quinn.
Her name's
Okay,
Harley
didn't know
Quinn,
that.
yeah. She's just mischievous and also a very good name. But then, marrying Cynthia, she brought in her little Yorkie poo, Bella. And then she decided that we needed another little Yorkie poo for inside the house. Piper, who's in my lap currently. And then she decided just a few months ago that she wants to raise dogs and sell them, breed dogs. And she decided to do huskies. So we got Toshka, a 3-year-old Siberian husky who she bought. We drove like 16 hours total to get that stupid dog.
There had to have been one closer than that.
That's the one she wanted. I don't know. And I'm a good husband and I say yes to everything.
Yeah, you're going to wear out on that soon.
And then 2 days ago, we were spending Mother's Day with her parents, and all of a sudden she's like, someone just texted me about a Siberian Husky. It's an hour and a half away from here. It's cheaper than the last one. So now we have Aurora, or Roe, for short.
A row?
Roe, just
Roe.
a roe. Yeah, I guess like fish eggs. I don't know. I call her Aurora. It's a pretty name. So I'm currently building a enclosement.
I was going to say, are y'all going to have a kennel or a pen or something? Because this whole garage business is not going to hold
I'm
up.
building a kennel, and then it rained me out.
Tell them about our D&D table.
Yep. The first Siberian Husky decided that she liked to sleep kind of up in the air, so she would jump up on our table, which I was keeping in the garage. So to keep my TV safe, that's in the middle of our table, I covered it with a whole bunch of covers, and I didn't mind her sleeping up there. She's a little bit dog. She's like 30 pounds, not too big. And she jumped up on the wood and would just lay down. I didn't think, until we went to work on it and found out she has shattered our TV. So I've got to buy a new TV and put in a new TV into our table.
Luckily, TVs are cheap now.
But now Cynthia has just taken Toshka. She's went and taken her to a stud and left her for a week, so we won't have her.
You're going to
for
have
a
puppies
week.
now.
We're going to have puppies to sell soon. So, hey, if you're interested in AKC registered Siberian Huskies, we're probably going to have some in a month or two. Hit us up, please.
The Commoner's Official on Facebook and Instagram. Hit Seth up.
I'm going to give all the puppies like really dorky nerdy names.
Are you allowed to name them?
No, you kind of
You have
name
to
them.
put it on the paperwork?
No,
Oh.
people can change the name.
You can't be an official
But you're
name.
supposed to like have names for them when they sit.
Name them all after characters out of our campaign.
Yeah, definitely.
One has to be Quincy.
Okay.
One has to be Thrin, Urist, Buck.
I'll do it. And you guys can bid on. Y'all can buy your favorite character dog.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Hit us up.
Hit us up.
That is it. How many puppies do Huskies have?
It could be upwards to
2
8,
to
2 to
17?
8, probably. 2 to 8, I think.
I know Great Pyrenees have like in the teens sometimes.
gosh.
And those are huge, annoying,
Yeah.
obnoxious
They're so
dogs.
good, I think.
They do for some reason. We had one time and she stayed in the pen all the time. She was as wild
Mm-hmm.
as could be.
It's crazy what people will spend on a dog. What I've spent on a dog, what my wife has spent on a dog, and what people crazier than us spend on
I've never
dogs.
spent a penny on a dog.
Well.
Not to own one. I mean, once I had them, take them to the vet and stuff.
Yeah.
But just about every dog I've ever had has been dropped off. No, not well.
Y'all just the resident drop. So if we
Well,
can't
we've
sell all
always
these
lived right
Huskies,
on
y'all
the
know
road.
where they're going.
Yeah, you can bring them to my
We're just gonna
house.
drop them off, and Deb's gonna take care of them.
How much
all.
for a husky?
I think we're gonna try 500 to 600 for.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just a dog.
Yeah.
You can get a dog that needs love that'll love you back for free anytime.
That's true.
Just drive around till you find somebody giving someone.
Not gonna be papered though.
Who cares?
Some people do.
Yeah.
I care about
can't see
papered.
caring about
Like,
that
I care about
unless I was
papered.
gonna-
I do care about papered. Like that, if that matters to me.
It does.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what do you get out
I
of
don't
that?
know. I just
You just know for sure you have a purebred German Shepherd dog.
and that usually means that they're going to have less complications, which is ironic because a lot of times that's not true because there's a little bit of inbreeding that goes into it. It further back, like we're not inbreeding, we don't.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll have more complications in certain breeds. But like more intelligent dogs are bred. Like it's the whole purpose of breeding is
Right.
like you're refining certain traits and trying to get the best kind of outcome on a dog that you want. So usually if you put in that money, you're going to get the more money you spend, the better quality in a lot of things. Not always
Yeah.
true, but I think it is in dogs.
Okay. It's a fair point.
I have another story to tell though.
Okay, go ahead.
Today, we went and got our passports. Oh, 2 stories.
Where are you going?
We're just going on a cruise with my pastor's son and his new wife this September.
Cool.
Yep, can't wait. But yesterday we went to we had to go to town, cash in some checks and stuff like that, and we got all of our paperwork. We knew what we needed to take. We went to the post office and we had everything with us. The guy gave us our things, but he's like, "Nope, you have to make an appointment." Nobody else in here. Nobody. I have to make an appointment. So we went out to the
where
car.
was this at?
This is in Mountain View. Mountain View Post Office.
At the post office, were you getting it? Where did you have to go to the post office for?
You have to go to the post office to get a passport.
Is
I
it to
think,
get it
yeah.
notarized or whatever? or-
They have to mail it off to officials who do background checks on
and you have to have
stuff
an
like that.
appointment to go to the post office.
Apparently, you have to have an appointment to do this.
Okay.
But this is where the story comes in. There's no one there. And so we just went back to the car. We filled out most of our paperwork, and we thought, well, we'll check. And if there's any that's available today, we'll just go back in,
Yeah.
There wasn't any available, so we had to go back today. And we went back. It seriously it was a different guy. It took him probably 13 minutes to take care of us. He took a picture of us, printed the picture out, attached it to the sheets of paper that we had already filled out, and said, do you guys swear that everything that you've put is true and that the pictures I took were your likeness? Yes. And that was done. And he sent it off for us. The dude could have done it yesterday, but made us drive all the way back to Mountain View today because maybe he doesn't know how. I would like to think that's the reason, but if it was just because we didn't have an appointment for yesterday, which there was no appointments available, he could have just taken care of us.
Yeah.
And there was no one there.
Did you not throw a fit while you were there?
No, I don't. I try not to throw a fit on
Well,
people
I know,
who are
but you
working.
still, that's a little ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. He didn't want to take care of us, so he didn't. We had to make an appointment, which is completely arbitrary
Wow.
because I don't think it's like we were probably the only person who wanted a passport in all of Mountain View today.
Yeah.
So, and then we go to McDonald's because I was hungry and I wanted to actually go to McDonald's because it was still would have been breakfast at the time before our appointment. But it shouldn't matter because McDonald's have all day breakfast now on the things that I eat for breakfast. So the paperwork said we were supposed to be at the post office 15 minutes early. Again, completely arbitrary. What does it matter? Like, you make an appointment to be there at that time. Why do you have to be there 15 minutes early? Don't understand.
And this is just a little. I mean, how big of a post office do they got over
Oh,
there?
it's pretty big. About the size
So
of
they've
Beaver's.
got multiple people working in there.
There was only 2 that we saw today, though.
Oh,
COVID, maybe, you know.
I was thinking of the Drasco post office. There's usually there's
Drasco.
one person
No,
there.
No, much bigger than Drasco.
Okay, got you. Go ahead.
I don't think I could get my passport at Drasco.
Probably not. Yeah, it probably has to be a bigger one.
So we go back through, and this is the only McDonald's that I know of that is doing the a special menu during these times. Like, it's over. Like, there's nothing really going on right now.
Not here.
They wouldn't let me have my breakfast thing half an hour after the breakfast ended because they have the special menu right now. They do not have chicken snack wraps. Don't know why. Maybe they don't have tortillas or something because that's like the thing she likes to get. Can't have that. They don't have any artisanal buns. Didn't have grilled chicken. Why?
Well,
Why?
probably because a lot of the factories making that stuff aren't producing it right now.
Aren't we open? Like, isn't this over?
Not
Like,
everywhere is not the same. I mean, here it's hard to tell because from here there's nothing going on.
Nothing is going on here.
But meat plants all over the country being closed.
It's a scam. It is a complete scam.
I kind of agree. Yeah, but
Ground meat right now is like $30.
yes, it's $8 a pound.
And I hear they're euthanizing animals. Like, they've euthanized chicken houses and they're euthanizing cows.
Yeah,
out
well,
in the
the
fields.
reason
Why would you euthanize cows?
because
Like, a cow can live
because
a few more months. They can. I kind of understand the chickens because that's a time period. thing.
everything's backing up because there's a few meat plants shut
Put
down.
people back to work.
Let's just start butchering our own cows. I was gonna say if we had
My
a
dad is
butcher
actually
shop,
going and buying pigs. We're getting
and gonna
pigs
butcher them and sell it.
No, we're keeping it for ourselves
Oh.
because we think meat's about to go outrageous.
I think that's stupid. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, it's trying to. but
ground beef for $30.
It'll come back. Everything's gotta come back.
I don't know, man.
I don't know at the rate we're going. I don't know if it will or not. We'll see.
I'm sick of this.
It's gonna be fine. I'm all right.
The town that had 4 cases. No, 8 cases.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
Yeah, you got to do what
No one
the
died.
higher up.
This is like, did I tell you guys? Like, my sister-in-law is going. She's 14 and going through chemo. She's got cancer and stuff. There was a boy in the cancer ward, young boy, just maybe younger than her, who got it, and no, with his lowered immune system, still no, he's fine.
The way it's affects
already-
different people is crazy.
It's insane. You would think that someone whose immune system is down to 0 because of the chemo would just have no shot, and he recovered within like 2 days.
Well,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, my mom's got a friend whose grandmother got it,
Yeah.
who's in her 90s, has one lung,
Wow.
and she's got some other kind of problem. It's some respiratory problem, and survived. It was in the hospital for 3 days.
I was gonna say,
I think walked out of there.
whenever this first started, I remember they were saying, it's like specifically affecting like older people and people that were.
Well, that's the people who are at most risk.
that had
They
like
changed it now.
critical immune systems, all this stuff, and now it's changed. Like, because I remember they did like here the
Then
other
they said
day.
it was young people,
Then they said it was young people,
and now it's middle-aged people.
Well,
And then
they did a study. I think it was in Los Angeles that like the numbers were. They were doing a test to see how many people were infected with it. And the numbers were like doubled what they thought it was. And then like these people like didn't even show symptoms of what having it.
it's ridiculous, complete scam.
A lot of it is a scam. I think some people are taking advantage of it. and then there's also
Our government is hardcore taking.
the government's taking advantage of it, and then also the hospitals are because this could just be a rumor, I don't know, but I heard that hospitals get more money for each coronavirus case they have or each coronavirus death they have. So they're just
That's why
reporting
they're saying
anybody that dies with
you
a
have
fever.
a fever, you have corona. Ridiculous.
You die of lung cancer. Well, he had lung issues.
Yeah.
Lung issues, that means corona.
I've heard that I don't know how many times of what is it called, comorbidities. Like you might get coronavirus if you go to the hospital, like you're dying of cancer or you're critically injured from a car accident or something like that. But you might contract that while you're in there and you die, but
And you test positive and they count as a coronavirus.
You didn't die from the coronavirus.
Right.
You died from the car accident, or you died from cancer,
Ridiculous.
or whatever. But they count it as a coronavirus death.
There's a lot of crap going on with it that's crap. I'm not saying it's not a serious thing. Like obviously people have died.
Did you guys see Trump's new? Just like his newswoman. It's her job now to deal with the press secretary. Did y'all see her just completely snap back at a reporter the other day?
She put him on blast.
Oh man, she put everybody on blast. So, he asked some what does Trump think now that he I don't know. It was a super stupid question, calling out Trump back before anyone knew what this was going to be, how serious it was going to be and stuff. And she's like, oh, I don't know. And she named off 10 different, the Washington Post, New York Post, Vox, big time news reporters saying how they were just saying oh, the coronavirus is not a big deal, the coronavirus is fake, and all this stuff. And she's like, anyone have any answers for me? No? Figure it out and come back to me. And then she just mic dropped and walked off the stage. And the guy, as she's walking away, the guy who asked this stupid question, you were prepared for that. You knew I was gonna ask. Well, of course.
Reporters, I understand they got a tough job and they're just trying to get the truth, but they're idiots.
Yeah.
Every reporter, the people that ask these stupid questions and the sports reporters that ask these stupid questions to these players.
Yeah.
Oh,
and coaches.
My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching those montages of
Bill
coaches.
Belichick is a savage to stupid people who ask stupid questions.
Which there's got to be nothing worse than asking the coach or the player that just lost the game. Oh, what do you in the third quarter? You're down 10 points. What were you looking for to rally back? And they just sit there and stare at them.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to try to score more points than them. I love stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you back in the day, Marshawn Lynch, when he was big time for Seattle, he just got so sick of people asking him questions. I'm just here so I don't get fined. So you ran for 200 yards this game. How do you feel? I'm just here so I don't get fined. And then sometimes he talk about Skittles because he loves Skittles. That is hilarious.
Awesome.
You guys, either one of y'all have a story for the week? What's been going on in y'all's lives?
Not really.
Just work.
Just work. Yeah, we've been working hard.
Yep, me too.
Hopefully they don't come and euthanize our chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But speaking of sports, though.
Oh, yeah.
We've got
my favorite section, probably. I love sports.
We got a sports segment today because I found some gold.
Oh, my gosh.
Antonio Brown.
I hate giving this guy any more, headlines.
Antonio Brown, what do you? He's an ex-NFL
player.
Is he free agent or anything?
Yeah, anyone can sign him.
Okay, so he's a free agent.
If
free
he
agent
played this
Antonio
year
Brown.
and he lost all of his idiocy and big-headedness and stuff, he could be the best wide receiver this year in the game. Easy.
Yeah, he's really good.
That talented. He's God-given ability is insane, and the man is just stupid.
What about his rapping ability, though?
Oh, man. Everything God gave him and his physical abilities, he took away in his rapping abilities.
Okay, so the video y'all have to go watch. World Star Hip Hop.
You don't have to watch it.
World Star Hip Hop, Antonio Brown, song called Runnin'.
Why was it called Running?
Because that was the chorus. Running, running.
What's he running from? His love of guitars? It's so freaking bad.
No, he runs because he's a football player. He runs.
He's not a football player no more. The dude will never play again.
Ex-football player turned rapper. Look, now I'm all for these guys that it could be an athlete that tries acting or goes into music. I support that 100%.
Yeah, we're trying something new. We're trying something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, if you got a platform, you can put out something and you're going to get millions of hits on it because people know who you are.
Yeah, because you're AB.
But if you're no good, who told him that was good?
How is he so big-headed that he watched that and like, yeah.
I couldn't have done any better than I did.
That's the...
He was in a studio for hours recording that. Which, I mean, I could have recorded that in one take, but I think anybody could. It wasn't rap.
Oh.
What do you think, Tyrel?
Well, I'm not really one to talk since I'm not really that big a fan of rap in the first place, but
Would you call it rap?
I don't even know if you can call that rap. I'm sorry.
It was
but,
talking into the mic.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we couldn't understand a lot
I mean,
of
that's
what
not
I was
even
saying.
mumble rapping. I think mumble rapping's even better than that.
Yeah.
There was no flow.
As long as I got my guitar. He's talking about his guitar. That's all he's talking
That's
about.
the second half. I don't think he mentions the guitar in the first half.
No, the first half, he's talking about
Running,
his
maybe?
girl going out on dates
Oh.
and staying out late, and his mom wanting to crying because she wants to watch him play, and his daddy sad because he wants to see him score. This is lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm like quoting them.
And then everything after that, in the second half of this, is just,
He needs a guitar.
I just need my guitar
As long as I got my guitar,
with the strings on the guitar.
I play with the strings.
I play with the strings. I swear the best part of this was these kids in the video just doing amazing willies for miles at a time.
What's funny is he's on a scooter because
He's
he
on a
can't ride a wheel.
And then he's got a pretty attractive female, like she's fit and she holds nothing. She doesn't do anything. Like
She mouths the lyrics a
she
little
mouths
bit.
a few of the lyrics, but like she's not even singing. It's just mouthing. Oh, it's bad. Like if I had that kind of money, I could put out the same thing and be just as proud as he is, probably. Because I mean, he's just throwing his money at something and it's sticking. Like that's all it is. Like he has money from playing in the NFL, which he was legit good at, but apparently he's just a horrible human being. Like the Steelers got sick of him, kicked him out. Do y'all know anything about him?
I don't know the whole story. I just
Okay.
know he's got passed around
Okay.
because he's horrible.
He's not horrible.
Not
As
a great player,
he's
but
amazing.
horrible with the press.
He did something with
The attention he attracts is negative.
When he went to the Raiders, all right, he got signed with the Raiders pretty early, and they were building around him. Like they were working, they were gonna make him the focal point. This dude burned his feet on purpose in a like cryo bath where you're like
On purpose?
On purpose, he destroyed his feet on purpose, like blistered them with.
So he wouldn't have to
Sub-Zero,
play?
so he wouldn't. Yeah, so that he wouldn't have to practice with this team. Took weeks and weeks to heal up from that.
How did they know it was on purpose?
He got out of a. He just got out and stood on it. Like
It's one of those
He just
cryo
thought-
chambers. That, like,
But he didn't like hop in there and then go, "Oh man, I just stayed in too long."
no. He walked where he knew he wasn't supposed to walk. Like he
Physically hurt himself on
physically hurt himself on purpose. I don't know if he's. I think he's even admitted to it now. Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
He got in a fist fight with his general manager. He put out like a video of the coach, John Gruden, like just calling him, being like, "Man, come on, I just like we can try this one season, like just play, come and practice. Like, what are you doing? Just come on." He put that out. He videoed the whole conversation and then just posted it on social media for other people to see. Like the coach pretty much just begging him, like, "Dude, you're so good. Like, just come play."
Why would he post that?
No clue. Because I mean, it kind of like it shows that they wanted him, but it's just him being a douche at that
For
point.
no reason, though.
For no reason. And then I think then he got in a fist fight, and then he does a video where he's been cut, and he finds out from on a phone or something. He just takes off running outside, like throwing his hands up in the air, thanking God that he's been cut or something, like saying God's answered his prayers and all this. dude's.
And then the Patriots picked him up.
The Patriots picked him up for like 2 weeks, and then he started posting on social media about a woman who, like, he was threatening to beat her up because she was saying that he had sexually assaulted her. Which I'm not big into the Me Too movement. If someone does something wrong, I think they should pay for it. But also, I think that all these super powerful rich people get a little bit extra thrown their way just because people know they can pay to have it go away. Like, why fight it in court when you can throw a few million at something?
Yeah.
So, and then he also, like, I think he got in a fist fight with a cop or something, or he threw things at a cop because he was playing music too loud. He's just imploding.
Was he playing his guitar?
What's crazy, he didn't even play the guitar in the video.
He held one a lot.
Upside down, from the bottom, from the bass.
Guitar.
And that's the truth about him. Like, he only cares about his publicity and his money, and he's just thrown who knows how much money at this recording studio to make his
not to mention the
dream.
video budget.
Yeah,
which, I mean, it wasn't
the
a
video
super high
was
budget, but
the video was good. It looked good.
Yeah, it
like,
looked
they did a good
professional.
job. Yeah, the video was good. He sounded ridiculous. Like, that's your rap voice. That's what you want to go with.
My guitar.
Mother's crying. Like, it's so bad.
Did he go anywhere after the Patriots? Is he fresh out of college? Like what?
No, he played for a long time. He's played.
So he's been good for a long time, and he actually played.
Yeah.
Then he went to the
played
Raiders.
for the Steelers for.
Oh, that's right.
He played for the Steelers for a long time.
So then he got traded or what to the Raiders and got
no, they cut him. He was that much of a trouble. Like, he was their superstar.
He was a trouble at the Steelers.
Yeah, and they got this young guy named Juju, and
so the Raiders picked him up. They couldn't handle him.
They cut him.
And then
none
the
of these
Patriots
teams are even trading.
We're gonna try.
Patriots always try. Patriots will take a broken down player because that's the thing. Like, in their organization,
they're strict.
They're strict. Like, you're gonna follow the rules, or you're gonna get out. And they's like, and they never paid him. They didn't have to pay him because he broke the contract by putting out those tweets.
I like the Patriots.
Patriots. Like,
I'm a Patriots fan. They might deflate a football a little bit every now and then.
All the teams mess with the footballs. I've heard like the ball boys all kind of came out after that and was just saying, yeah, quarterbacks like their balls a certain way. Like, they all get brand new balls for every game. You get so many balls that you have to bring. Each team is responsible for bringing, I think, like 12 to 15 balls a piece or something, and they switch them out. So you have like 30 game balls. And these ball boys, it's their responsibility to change the ball however the quarterback wants. So these ball boys talk about how they would like sand the balls down to make them rougher and not so smooth. Some of them want them really inflated. Some of them want them a little bit more deflated. But there's just guidelines. And they said, like, I think out of the 15 balls that they tested, 2 of them were just slightly underweight. And it was cold. So the air volume is going to change coming from inside a hot room to outside, which the Patriots play in an outdoor arena.
Right.
So, I mean, they
so
probably,
it was just a big conspiracy.
a big conspiracy. Tom did some stupid stuff. Like, I think he destroyed his cell phone or something. Like, I think he's probably just, I don't know. Patriots are not going to have Tom Brady, though, this year. You know that, right? He's gone.
Yeah.
He's at Tampa Bay Buccaneers
sadly,
now. And Gronkowski came out of retirement to go down to Tampa Bay and playing, too.
Did he play for the He played for the Patriots.
Yeah.
I'll be with the Patriots, so.
My dad is still a Patriots fan. He likes Bill
But I'm
Belichick.
also a Tom
Bill
Brady
Belichick, yeah. Tom Brady's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time.
He's so good.
And he could win a Super Bowl this year with Tampa Bay.
Did he win? No, they didn't make it to the Super Bowl this
Not
last
last
year.
year, no.
They lost in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was the Chiefs and the
49ers.
Chiefs won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, up and comer.
That's right. Yeah, that was a big show. I watched that game.
Yeah.
Great game.
Super Bowl.
Great game.
Great game. Seahawks, we're looking good. I'm a Seahawk guy. Love the Seahawks.
You're looking good this year?
Yeah, looking real good. I looked at the schedule, and we should win probably 12 games out of 16, 17. Yeah. I'm excited.
You're already counting 12 games, so y'all are going to win.
Oh, we could win all of them. We could legit win all of them, but we'll drop some. We always drop 1 or 2 stupid games.
Or are you making the Super Bowl?
I think the 49ers are going to have a major drop-off this year. I don't think they're going to be what they were last year because you lose a Super Bowl, it messes with you. You just don't come back and play as good the next year. Rams are not going to be. In our division, we play the Rams and we play the 49ers and we play the Cardinals. And we might split games with the 49ers. I think we'll beat the Rams twice, and I think we'll beat the Cardinals twice. Oh, man, our side of the football, our side is just not looking that good. Tampa Bay might be in our division now, though. I don't know.
Are they? That's
might
stupid.
be.
I don't even know what all the divisions are.
I don't know.
It's not
if they
just
are.
East and West like basketball, like it probably
No,
should
it
be.
mixes them all up. There's 4. It's a lot more complicated.
How many teams are there? There's not even that
32
many.
teams.
There's 32 teams.
Yeah.
And we got 4 divisions. The AFC and NFC, right?
Well, and then the AFC, there's
East and West.
actually 16 games. Or 16 teams in the AFC, 16.
Right.
And, yeah.
Right.
And then there's the AFC East, AFC West, AFC North, and AFC South.
Okay.
And then there's the NFC, all that same too. So there's 4 people in each division.
Oh, there's only 4 teams in each.
And smaller divisions.
Yeah, okay, Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, Seahawks coming at you. I could talk sports all day. I love sports.
I can't wait for sports to start.
I'm and
we can talk sports.
Roger
more.
Goodell says that the NFL is going to come on. We're going to have a season. Can't wait.
Fans or no fans or whatever?
I don't know. I just can't see them playing without people there at the stadium.
I mean,
But,
we're talking about like
it's-
October, right?
Yeah, September, I think, is like surely we'll be completely open by then. Open us up.
I don't know, man. They're trying to drag it out.
Oh yeah. I'll have to euthanize the NFL players or something. Who knows?
There's too many. All the players coming out of college don't have anywhere to go because they're not playing football. We're just going to start killing off all the old ones.
I guess so.
Tom Brady's just going to get euthanized, not even get to play.
Yeah. A lot of people would probably like that.
Probably. What if he goes down there and wins?
Oh, he could. That team is good because a lot of people are just trying to join up to chase a ring.
I've never
I
liked
don't
that.
blame them.
I
You know
don't
what?
like that.
I was watching a little kind of mini documentary last night on YouTube about why Allen Iverson never got a ring.
Because he stayed with the 76ers his whole life.
Well, no, he was.
No,
a
he went to
ball
the
hog, and
Nuggets.
He always was fighting with his coach, and like but every year it's always it's like it's a team up that wins. It's never like I would say probably the most basic team to win was the Raptors here 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or was that last year? That was last year.
Yes, last year. Yeah.
That was the most basic team with just Kawhi Leonard being a superstar.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
probably the greatest
They just
in the
worked
league right now.
Worked really well
Yeah.
together.
But that was not a team,
Yeah.
that was not a built superpower of a
Right.
team.
Well, they also had the Warriors about half health.
Yeah. But
So-
all the Warriors, I mean, before even KD went there, that was a
Yeah.
super team. Like, that was a
Well,
power
kind of, but I mean, you look at, you got really good players on that team, but it's
team.
not
Steph
like a
and, who's the other Splash brother?
Clay Thompson.
Clay could be a superstar. Like, Steph's a superstar
Yeah,
on any
well-
team. Clay's a superstar on any team. Their big guy. The one who sent pics on Snapchat. Or was it? I don't know what it was. The big dude. Their bully. Down low.
I don't know his
I'm
name.
blanking. I want to call him Durant. That's wrong. Green?
Draymond?
Draymond Green, yeah.
Oh, he's not a big guy.
He is for them.
No.
Yes, he is.
He's like a small forward.
I think he plays power forward for them.
No.
Well, he would be a superstar on any team that he's not.
Well, he's not even. He's a defensive player. Clay's just a spot up shooter.
All
he
of
can
Kobe's-
Clay can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's really good, but at the same time, he's just like he's not a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant.
That's
He's
true.
just a.
No, but he's still a superstar.
He
in
scored
today's
60
league.
something points and took
Yeah.
2 dribbles the entire game.
Yeah.
He can just shoot it.
But all the Lakers rings were kind of a dream team kind of thing. The Celtics, when they were winning, was a dream team. The Pistons have always been, like, every time the Pistons have won a thing, it was a dream team.
Yeah.
I was a huge Pistons fan when I was
I
a
was
kid.
too back in the day.
Chauncey Billups
Yep.
and
Ben and Rasheed
the
Wallace.
Wallaces, Tyshawn Prince, Rip Hamilton. Loved that team. Hated the Spurs, which, Manu
I hate
Ginobili,
Spurs. I don't like
Tony
Tim Duncan.
Pierce. Was that his name? Tony Pierce?
No, Tony.
Tony Price?
No. Parker.
Tony Parker. Yeah, knew it was a P.
Kept wanting to say Tony Stark.
They were a dream. Like they just like
I
every
hated them.
team that wins is kind of a dream team.
They pretty
thing.
much are. If you're good, it's because the right players ended up there at the right time.
Yeah, it's weird.
The talent and the experience lines up.
But you were saying you hate people who kind of ring chase and like.
I hate like when Durant went to the Warriors. That ticked me
that
off.
was
because
too
the
powerful.
Thunder had the best chance of beating them in the West.
I disagree.
I felt like.
I don't think that. Who was on Durant's team?
Westbrook
is
and
horrible.
James Harden.
Westbrook will. I think Harden left the year before Durant left. He'd already gone to the Rockets.
Oh, okay. Well, that was stupid because with them three there, that was a great chance to beat the Warriors.
People like I don't.
They leave because of
Harden
money.
just wasn't what he was become yet. Like Harden,
No.
if Harden would have been what he was when he went down to the Rockets, I don't think that Durant would have left. Like I think
That's possible.
yeah, but also I don't think you could have ever had Westbrook, Durant, and present Harden, which Westbrook and Harden are back together at the Rockets.
Yeah.
I cannot stand Westbrook. Not
Oh,
a big
I like
Harden
Westbrook.
fan.
I just
Not
don't
a big
like
Harden
Harden.
fan.
I don't like the
I like
Rockets.
Harden better than Westbrook.
Can't stand the Rockets.
See, like Harden can make the shot, so I mean, take it. Westbrook can't, and he still does.
He's just a
three
freak
times
athlete.
as
I
much.
just like watching him be an athlete.
Ugh, he's not a good team player. Don't like him. He'll never win. Never win a ring. No matter what dream team you put him on.
Russell
he'll never
Westbrook will
win.
never have a ring.
Never
you heard
win.
it here first, folks. Seth Templin. Write it down.
I could have a sports podcast too, and I would just talk about sports all the time too. I could do that. Tyrel's saying no.
I'm rubbing my nose.
Tyrell hasn't had much to say this episode. Tyrell, tell us something.
About what? Just sports in general, or
No, anything.
Anything?
Anything. I'm giving
Okay.
you your time.
Tyrel's minute here.
Tyrell's minute.
I don't know. I mean, what do you guys want to talk about? Anything
Do we?
good?
I don't have a things I love that you hate or.
No, I mean I've been
Sweet.
reading the Harry Potter books.
I'm so proud of you.
Could follow up on that. I'm on the second book now. I'm enjoying reading them, but they're also kind of written for kids.
They're young adult. Yeah,
I'm not about to read The Name of the Wind.
you should read The Name of the Wind. It's a good book.
If I can get that other book of Greg Keyes and let you borrow those two and read those, I think you'd like those.
I actually want to
They're-
reread the Percy Jackson books. They're YA as well.
Oh yeah.
Those were good.
What books are you talking about?
They're a prequel to Skyrim. They're
In book form.
Yeah, and they're in between the events of Oblivion and Skyrim. It's The Infernal City and The Lord of Souls are the two books written by Greg Keyes. They're really good books.
I didn't know there were Skyrim books.
Well, I didn't either until I found those two, and apparently Bethesda gave him the rights to write those stories.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
I just watched Fight Club the other night. Now I want to read the book because apparently the book's much different than
I've
the movie.
never.
You've never watched
I don't
Fight
have
Club?
Anything with that? No.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Is it about fighting?
Kind of.
I don't think I've ever seen Fight Club.
Oh well, we have to watch it sometime. I'm playing D&D in like an hour, so we can't tonight. But
Oh yeah, you've got your other game.
I finally get back. I didn't get to play last week, but
Oh, you're back in your
yeah,
online
back in.
game?
Yeah, can't wait.
Good for you.
Back in playing a bard.
He gets to play now.
Playing a bard tonight. Playing a Valor bard.
Ooh.
Half drow female Valor bard named
Half
Mara.
drow. A very sad bard.
So
She
is that
is.
like
She
half
plays the
elf
blues.
and-
You know what?
She
Like
plays the guitar.
this is cool.
She plays with the strings.
Really cool. Like Mara from ancient Hebrew, Ruth's mother-in-law changed her name to Mara when she was like all depressed and stuff because she felt like all of her joy was taken out. That's why I named my character Mara.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Delilah's a name taken from the Bible from our game.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
It's a biblical name.
Like, yeah. So
Does that have anything to do with the?
I don't know. Do
her
any of y'all have
character?
long hair?
Does she? Well, none of us are a Samson, so.
Yeah.
But
she's
she
gone.
was deceitful.
Y'all left her far behind. Well, they don't.
Yeah, I'm
people
sure we'll
don't.
run back into her.
Why do you assume that?
Because
Maybe.
there's something more with that.
Maybe.
That Capra demon isn't even dead, probably.
He's not dead. He's coming back.
He's coming back, and whoever he was in cahoots with, plus her.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's the one he was in cahoots with. I don't know. We'll see next time, possibly, or the next several episodes ahead on the Commoners of D&D. Also, check out Tiger Skull RPG at tigerskullrpg.com and patreon.com/tigerskullrpg for monthly 3D printable miniatures, complete with 5e stats, digital illustrations, and item drop cards, everything you need for fully realized NPC encounters that you can print and play at home. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to Say It in Common with the Commoners of D&D. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to make sure you never miss an episode, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Commoners Official for news, updates, and exclusive content. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.